Hello my fellow readers. In this video I'm going to talk about A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow. This is by Makoto Hagino, and this is a GL or girls love story. And I realized when I was going over my collection and just thinking about my manga reading in general that I have never tried some girls love series, and so I wanted to pick out a few and see what I thought of them. And I will be talking about the other ones that I picked up, which were Still Sick and Witch's Love at the End of the World, but they will get their own video. So if you're interested in seeing some of the other Shoujo Ai series that I picked up, watch for my other videos. I did want to see what I thought and how the stories went. And I also wanted to make sure that I didn't get, much like with the BL series, I'm very specific about what I like. So there has to be a great storyline and good characters, good strong characters and character development. And I think whereas with BL, there's always a lot of recommendations and stuff out there, I didn't feel necessarily that support with these. There is another one which I haven't read yet, and now I'm forgetting the name, that I think I'm going to pick up and read. I can actually borrow it, but yeah, I just think it's harder. So first, what happens in A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow? So this is a story about Konatsu, whose dad just got a job, I think overseas, and so Konatsu has to relocate. I can't remember like what relative she's living with, but she has to relocate to a relative's home and start at a new school because her dad is going to be overseas. Very much like the opening gave me Daytime Shooting Star vibes, because it was like the whole like girl walking around her new neighborhood, like thinking about, now in Daytime Shooting Star, like she gets lost, but in this one, she's more like just wandering around. And she ends up drawn to this room. So I'm trying to think, it must be like at the school at that time. Yeah. So when she gets to the school, she goes to this room. I don't remember why she's wandering around, if I'm being honest, but she discovers this room where there's all these aquariums. So she, and this, by the way, is her. That's Konatsu Amano. She ends up in this room with all these aquariums, and she ends up meeting a senpai, who is this here, Koyuki, and Koyuki is the only club member of the aquarium club, so she takes care of the aquariums. She loves the fish and the reptiles and everything that goes with her aquariums and her aquarium club. And I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I don't know why Konatsu is drawn there or likes it, but she is first drawn there. And then after she meets Koyuki, she is drawn to Koyuki because Koyuki seems very, she's pretty and she's calm. She's like all those classic like good things. So Konatsu is drawn to Koyuki. And in turn, Koyuki is drawn to Konatsu because this is the first person who's shown any interest in the aquarium club and the things that Koyuki is interested in. And I don't know, the two just kind of have a couple run-ins, a couple meetings, meet cutes here and there. And like I said, they're just drawn to one another. And one of the things that Konatsu has to do for her new school is join a club. So even though a potential new friend asks her to join the home ec club, Konatsu decides to join the aquarium club, and she is only the second member of the aquarium club, which I didn't think you could. I thought like clubs had to have more people in order to be a club, but anyway, she becomes the second member, and Koyuki is happy to not be alone. There is, I think it's a salamander. There is a little salamander in the story that likes to hide in the aquarium, that Konatsu ends up naming Koyuki after Koyuki. So there's just a couple of really sweet, charming scenes. Most of this first volume, there are quite a few volumes. I only have through volume 3, but so far I've only read volume 1. I will read more of the series, so I can't get too in-depth with this review because it's really only on this first volume. But there are a lot of cute scenes with the aquarium and the creatures, and the two have to run like a little special showcase. I don't remember if it was for like do they say what it was for? I think it's for like a school festival, but they end up running like a little showcase for the aquarium club. So the one friend who is the home ec member, she actually makes their little robes that they wear, and then she volunteers to dress up as like the aquarium club mascot. And Koyuki and Konatsu are supposed to talk with the people and get them interested in the aquarium club and teach them more about the creatures that live in the aquariums. And there's just a lot of, cute, charming scenes like that. Not too much happens in volume 1 other than character development and plotting. There is potential jealousy happening with the home ec friend, where Koyuki almost feels like Konatsu will be taken away by that friend because she's been kind of isolated and alone, more so because people see her as above them than anything really that she's done, if that makes sense. So the thought that this person, like the first person who's just like seen Koyuki as a person and has made friends with her, could be taken away, kind of scares her. So there is like a little twinge of jealousy that happens in this one. But for the most part, the two are really drawn to one another, and it's just a natural kind of connection that you can easily see like where it's going. But it's nice. It was a nice story. The two are really cute. I love the artwork. I think that's why I picked this one up, because the artwork was just really soft and beautiful to me. And I love some good artwork. So yes, I'm interested in seeing where this story goes, and how the two interact. I'm okay with it being a longer series as long as it is nice development, I guess. As long as the pacing's okay, as long as it doesn't seem like anything's too forced, like, throw in that sudden foreign exchange student, just add like a touch of jealousy. And I'm sure that if you have read shoujo, you know exactly what I mean about what happens in shoujo series. There's usually like sometimes it's a cousin that comes into the picture, sometimes it's the old friend, sometimes it's an exchange student, sometimes it's all of the above, and it's just to pad the series and make it longer, but it's not really necessary. Because if you introduce like two characters and it's fairly obvious the two characters are going to end up together, and then you just drag out that getting together, or they're together but you're throwing up things that could potentially break them up, but the reader knows it's not going to break them up, I get very bored of that. So hopefully that does not happen in this series. But so far, I like it. I'm going to give the other 2 volumes a try, and I will be picking up the rest of what's released. I don't think the series has ended, but I'll pick up the rest of what's released when I can. So that's it for this video. Until next time, bye.